Hey, welcome folks. Welcome to another thrilling FitHealth Pros nutrition video.
Yes.
So today we're going to talk about the 5 foods to stop eating if you have pain and inflammation. So we are the FitHealth Pros. I'm Coach Sean.
I'm Dr. Kevin.
And we're going to talk about the many foods that are linked to chronic disease and inflammation. Now, these foods help stoke the coals of chronic inflammation, which of course play a role in the buildup of plaque in the arteries, which can lead to heart disease and stroke. Also can help raise risk for cancer, diabetes, and the list just goes on and on and on. Also, weight gain. You know, a lot of these foods, these 5 foods we're going to talk about today, really up the calories for weight gain, which can in turn also cause an increase in inflammation, which increases chronic conditions, and it's a real vicious cycle. So many of these that we're going to talk about today are no surprise. We know that we shouldn't be eating these, but what we're giving you is information today to kind of put it back in the forefront of your minds,
Yes.
so that you can actually follow through on not eating these. So the trick here is follow through. So we're giving you information. It's up to you guys and gals
Right.
to follow through.
And
Good
we're going to
luck.
scare the bejeebies out of you.
Yeah, well, there you go. It's a horror movie.
All right. Number 1, fried foods. All right, things like French fries, fried chicken, fried zucchini is not a health food.
I thought that was healthy.
No.
No.
All right, so here's what happens with fried foods. That will form an advanced glycation end products, so AGEs. Remember that because you're going to hear it again and again. So what happens is the protein or fat combined with sugar in the bloodstream then forms oxidative stress and increases inflammation. So you can kind of see the transition there. So not good. That can develop diabetes, heart disease, here we go again, kidney failure,
The list of bad
and
stuff.
premature aging.
Man,
So fried foods are bad.
they're bad, okay? So, number 2, sodas, which is going to be another hard one for a lot of people to stop doing. I know it was hard for me when I stopped sodas years and years ago. Sodas increase the level of uric acid in your body.
Yep.
So that increases the level of waste products in your body and puts stress on the kidneys, etc., to get that stuff out. It drives inflammation. It creates insulin resistance, especially when you were talking about the corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, which adds calories for weight gain.
Yes.
And when you're messing with blood sugar, diabetes is a very real possibility. So you want to take those out. Take sodas out.
Right. Yeah, and even if it's a diet soda, the new zero sodas, the body still doesn't know what to do with that.
Right. It's still churning out the insulin
Right.
because it just knows that something sweet is happening.
And yeah, so the inflammation process is still there even with the diet sodas.
Yeah.
So
We
just
talk about that in a couple of videos that we had previously.
Oh, right, yeah.
Can sugar be good? Is sugar really as bad as they say? Check those out.
yeah, talk about sugar substitutes and how sugar's processed. So that's a good one.
Yep.
All right, so number 3, say it ain't so.
I didn't like this one either.
Red meats, steak,
Good steak.
processed meats. Okay, so I'm okay to cut the processed meat out. I
Yeah.
think a lot of people will say to get rid of red meat completely in moderation.
Yeah, you can lower amounts of red meat. Red meat is still a very good source of protein for the body, for muscle reparation and brain health and things like that. So just don't have it every day.
So here's why it's bad, and here's how it increases inflammation. So again, high in the AGEs, which does that process that gets into the bloodstream and cause that oxidative stress and increases inflammation. So what happens is it's raised by 10 to 100 times by these common cooking methods. So I like to use the grill.
Right.
Sometimes it's nice to put the steak on the pan fry that, and even in the oven broiling. So all of those increase those AGEs.
So basically, anything utilizing dry heat
Dry heat, yeah. So
is going to up the AGEs
right. So we
by
could
10 to 100 times.
10 to 100 times.
Aye, but it tastes so good.
We'll just boil it.
Boil your meat.
Boil.
A very tasty new recipe for boiling meat.
Yes. Your prime rib
Oh.
boiled. You know what? I think
I'll go for less versus boiling.
yeah, we could probably cut the red meat out if all you did
It was boiling, yeah.
boiled red meat.
Poached fillet.
All right.
Yeah,
In moderation, folks.
moderation.
Yeah. Oh, when you grill or bake and do these things with the processed meats and the red meats, they've found that it's the highest link to colon cancer.
Oh, well, there's a
So yeah, the blacker, the crispier your steak, that's probably not good. So make sure you are preparing this properly.
very nice.
There we go.
Very nice in a bad way. Number 4, we're going to talk about refined carbohydrates. Again, we're probably going to pop up a picture that looks really tasty and delicious and
Oh, nice.
makes you salivate. We're talking white bread, pastries, croissants, things that have a lot of butter in it. Now, most fiber has been removed in this refining process. So what that does is that creates a lack of satiation while you're eating. So you eat more and more and more. So more calories, weight gain, etc. It happens because of that. You also lose control of your blood sugar when you have less fiber in your system. So these are higher glycemic index foods. Your blood sugar will spike upwards quickly because there's less fiber to really control that. Of course, anytime that you have those boosts in blood sugar, you're again increasing risk of diabetes, and really boosts inflammation throughout your body. So your joint pain and things that can happen within your body can be directly related to refined carbohydrates among some of these others that we're talking about.
Yep. Number 5.
5 of 5.
We talked about this in the last videos. So
Yeah.
our last couple videos were about fats, good fats, bad fats, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And guess what this was?
Ugly!
This was very ugly.
This is the worst of the worst.
The trans fats. Where do we find those? So we're getting those from the margarine. Gosh, I hope nobody gets margarine anymore.
Yeah, at this point, it's
Yeah.
like putting plastic into your body, into your
plastic
system.
oil. Not good.
Plasticine.
Lard, which is natural, lots of trans fats,
Yeah.
shortening, etc. Here's this coconut oil, right? Was
Right.
that a trans fat?
That
or
was that
was a
had,
trans fat.
had quite a bit of trans fats in it. People are talking about how great it is.
Yeah.
It's like, it's got a lot of trans fats.
So do your research on that one. We mentioned in the last video we're going to do a little dive into that to see how bad the
Coconut oil was saturated fat. It was 85% saturated fat.
saturated. Okay,
Yeah.
that's right. So it's okay. So it's not the ugly.
So erase that.
All right. So margarine, lard, shortening, the inside of the donuts.
And the outside
And,
of the donut.
Man, all that good stuff. So very high in the AGEs, so very bad for you. It's going to lower your HDLs, cholesterol. So that's your good cholesterol, and we want the HDLs to be a little higher on our blood work, and that's going to lower that. Don't want that. And that's also going to impair your function of the endothelial cells in the arteries.
Yeah.
So that allows the blood to go through real nice and slide through. You don't want any plaquing, so trans fats can increase the plaquing of the arteries. So that's not good either. Yeah. The other thing I want to mention, if you're vain and you want to stay skinny, this is a little easier way to follow through, right? So a lot of people think that. But we mentioned a lot of really bad health conditions from the oxidative stress and the inflammation, things like heart disease, Alzheimer's, kidney failure, and diabetes. Now, some of you, that perks you up, and that really matters.
That alone would be like, well, I'm going to back off on
Right.
these 5 things we're talking about today.
But the truth is that most of you don't think about those extreme things because in our minds we think, well,
It's way down the road.
way down the road, we'll never get that.
Yeah.
But keep this in mind. I see a lot of patients that have pain and inflammation, or they're coming in neck pain, headaches, their muscles ache, they get a massage, they're wondering, why am I always in pain? They're stiff in the morning. And here's the thing, these things that we talked about are very easy to make a change in how you feel on the outside.
Day to day.
So getting rid of fried foods, I think the refined carbohydrates, you see a significant change in pain when you get that out of your diet. I mean, it's real quick.
I've actually utilized that with a current client who's having a lot of issues with knee and shoulder and neck pain. We took the fried foods out as one of the basics that I do with all new clients that are coming in. Within a month of exercise and taking away these 5 things, no joint pain.
That's awesome.
It's huge. It's your own medicine by taking things away.
Right. And a lot of people pay good money to be told not to drink soda.
That's
And
true.
here we are giving it away for free.
For free!
So I hope you like it.
That's the goal of the FitHealth Pros channel, folks.
Yes.
Thanks for coming along for the ride. This video today was 5 foods to stop eating if you have pain and inflammation. Next video is probably going to be 5 foods to start eating if you have pain and inflammation.
Yeah, the good stuff.
To take that inflammation down. So hopefully you got a lot out of this video. Please subscribe to the channel.
Please.
Like this video. Smash
Smash the like button.
the like button and ring the bell so you get to know when that next video is coming out and when all our new stuff comes out. We have new videos all the time.
Yeah.
So we are the Fit Health Pros. I am Coach Sean.
I'm Dr. Kevin.
Thanks for coming along for the ride once again.
See you later.
We'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, here we go. Take 2, 3, 4, something like that. I don't remember.
It is.